Good evening, my darling batlings. I hope everyone's having a fantastic night tonight. I'm joined by JKR and Nerd E Furret once again.
You can see through me now!
Yeah, I cleaned up his PNG and had to redraw part of the glasses and part of the eye as part of the background removal because Photoshop's kind of shit. But yeah, now he doesn't have a black void surrounding him that obscures part of the screen.
Which, thank freaking God, because that void was dark and scary.
Yeah, and it was a void that only followed you around, like in Scott the Woz, how the blue border in his videos specifically follows him and no one else.
Yeah.
Anyways, I feel like, yeah?
Sorry, I got a question real quick. I need to know for science reasons, how many cockroaches does it take to screw in a light bulb?
I feel like this is gonna have a similar punchline to the monkeys question you asked last night.
I mean, here's the thing, I can't tell, because every fucking time the light comes on, they scatter!
Oh.
So anyway, I believe we have a stream tonight.
Yes, I feel like I need to brush up on my math skills, because I haven't had a math class since I graduated high school back in 2011.
Wait, you promised me we were playing a game tonight. You didn't say shit about math.
It's a math game.
It'd be math.
It's a math game.
No! Is it math?
It is called Frog Fractions.
No!
And I've played it before. I can assure you it is, it makes learning math fun, like no other game, edutainment game I've played that focuses on math. Apart from maybe Math Blaster. That one's fun.
Mario teaches math is a thing.
Technically, you're right. There was, fun with numbers. Mario's early years, fun with numbers for the Super Nintendo and PC.
Indeed.
But that one doesn't really teach you math. It's more just click on the things and see stuff happen. So it's a bad edutainment game. Anywho's it?
Edutainment. The best kind of tainment.
Yes. I'm not going to be holding the gamepad this time because I have to play this with a mouse and keyboard because there are sections that involve typing.
I would hope so.
It's mostly pointing and clicking, but it also involves typing.
I am terrified and aroused. I call it scaroused.
This game, for the record, this used to be a Flash game, but since been put on Steam, free to play, with the only monetization being a DLC that gives your character a hat.
Hat.
And also adds an entirely separate gameplay mode to it. Like, they call it
Nice.
the Hat DLC, but it's also, like, a second gameplay mode that's a sequel. There we go, Hop's iconic hat. The frog's name is Lieutenant Hop.
Why do I have a feeling this is going to be one of those games?
Well, only one way to find out. By the way, options are pretty limited. They have options for changing the sounds for when you eat bugs, either next gen, which is like realistic sounds, or classic, which is like, you know, retro chiptune sounds. I'm going with next gen for that extra disgustingness. And there's an option for colorblind players. Which I'm glad to see that being a feature in a lot of games nowadays.
Inclusion is key.
Yep. Alright. So, we gotta eat the bugs and collect the fruit as it falls. Right now, we can't move to collect the other fruit. And as you see, our score is represented by fractions.
7
So right now
eighths.
we can only collect the middle fruit as it falls. And we gotta eat the bugs, because otherwise they'll eat the fruit, and then we can't collect it.
Oh no!
So we got 5 fruit now, and we've got 14 Zorkmids, which is like a second currency.
Hang on a second. I seem to be getting a call on my Discord from an Arikado, Proto Rage X, and a Nerdy Furret. What the hell? Discord mobile? What the fuck?
I don't know.
That's a dumb situation. 1 second.
Anywho's it. You can buy upgrades in between rounds.
Turtle!
Yeah, you can buy the turtle, which lets you move around.
Turtle!
Alright, our
Yes,
available
that is a
upgrades
turtle.
are lock-on targeting, which
Okay.
basically an auto-target for your tongue. We can get the
I never
turtle,
would've
which
guessed.
lets you move around. It replaces the lily pad, and you ride on the turtle, and you move back and forth. We've got durians, which we can't afford now. They're stinky, so it takes bugs longer to eat them. We've got the static cling tongue, which lets you, gives like an area of effect to your tongue to let you swallow up multiple bugs at once. And then we've got the cybernetic brain, which changes from our score system from fractions to scientific notation.
Interesting.
I always go for lock-on targeting first. It can only get 1 upgrade per round.
Yum. 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 Oh. Yum.
Yeah, I love the sound for eating a bug in this game.
I mean, I don't know what I expected. It's a frog, and there's definitely fractions.
Alright, now the cybernetic brain costs 8 Zorkmids. Luckily, we have 14. Also, if we get 10 fruit, we can uninstall the lock-on targeting. Because the chicks don't dig on cyborgs, and it makes licking bugs less fun anyway.
When did this game come out again?
A couple of years ago.
Okay.
Alright, do we go for the turtle, or do we go for the cybernetic brain?
Upgrade in progress.
I'm guessing that means
The
cybernetic brain?
Yes.
Alright, so now our score is scientific notation. That's all it does.
Are you satisfied now, JKR? Now we're experiencing science.
Hey, I'm taking bio right now.
There's an
So,
achievement,
might as well
by
be-
the way, for getting scientific notation. The achievement is named after the old Persian or Arabic, can't remember which, mathematician that invented scientific notation. So they did their research.
Hold that thought. I'll be right back.
Alright, I'm thinking... I'm gonna get the static cling tongue.
Turtle?
I'm holding off on getting the turtle specifically to annoy Furret.
Turtle!
But you see how useful, like, OP, in fact, the static cling tongue is, right?
Very much so.
I'm back. Sorry, I had to take off a hoodie. It was getting a little too hot.
Welcome back. Now we're gonna get the durians. Oh, teach us typing.
What?
Now instead of catching the bugs with our tongue, we have to zap them by typing the words under them.
What the fuck? Why are they farting?
Why not?
Good thing I'm a relatively good typer, even though I use Hunt and Peck, because fuck Mavis Beacon's typing tutor. She's not even
No,
a
thanks,
real
I'm not that
person.
into her.
I'm not joking. Mavis
Fair.
Beacon's not even a real person. They just made up that
I would-
name to make it sound more professional.
I was about
Anyways,
to make
now
a
we're
really
gonna get
shitty
the
joke.
turtle.
I was
we can
gonna
move
say, no
around.
thanks. He's not my type. I'm gonna go now.
Get out for it.
But yeah, now we got the turtle.
Nice!
And now we can move to catch the fruit as they fall instead of just being stuck with the middle one. Although the turtle's still kind of
does the
slow,
fruit
as you
have
would...
faces on it?
What?
Does the fruit have faces on it?
No. This is a durian. They're like a spiky fruit.
Oh.
And they're known for being very smelly. Oh, we can go underwater.
But why?
To get infinite fruit.
Oh.
We get it caps out at like 1 billion.
Not that we could see your score because of the chat bar or the.
Do you mind if I temporarily turn off the tracker for the charity donations because it's covering up part of the
Go
UI?
ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Do it.
Let's see.
I'll actually be right back myself.
There we go. Fruit, like 1 billion.
While I'm gone, please enjoy the docilent sounds of Sawyer. Take it away,
Okay.
Sawyer.
All right, now we removed the lock-on targeting because, as previously mentioned, chicks do not dig cyborgs, or at least when it comes to frogs. Speaking from experience, chicks have dug me before, and I'm a cyborg.
Let's see. Oh, another thing I forgot to share yesterday because I didn't know about this till late last night, early this morning. But apparently, during the whole HasLab reveal for Lio Kaiser, they've also announced not only are we getting Skybite and a few others, we're also going to be getting the Hearts of Steel figures later this month.
Fucking finally. I can't believe it took them that long to do Hearts of Steel. Anyway, we can re-add the lock-on targeting, and it says, I sure do miss lock-on targeting. It was pretty sweet. Also, now, you know, when we get to that point, we can, replace our turtle with a dragon.
Ooh.
Okay.
Chicks dig dragons.
The dragon moves faster.
I mean, I would. Hope
All right, we
so,
can
being a-
uninstall the lock-on targeting again, and it says, so sick of lock-on targeting, it just doesn't have the friction of going au naturel.
And this is a kid's game, right?
Depends on your definition of kids game. Upgrade your turtle friend to a
I'm
dragon friend.
worried
He
about
will
what
love
this
his
is
new
going to-
dragon shape, I swear. That shell is just holding him back.
Nice, a horse.
I am genuinely waiting for whatever's going to happen.
Okay, so now we got a dragon.
Yep.
And now they
that's a
start.
dragon.
Now the bugs start shooting. And if you get hit, it stuns you for a second.
No.
Oh God. No.
This is a trip. I'll say that.
I'm waiting for what's gonna happen. I feel like something's gonna happen.
What do you want to bet that we've been had for it?
Oh, I would 100% guarantee it, knowing Ari.
All right. Do we uninstall lock-on targeting again, or do we get a warp drive for our dragon?
Fuck
I
the
beg your
lock-on
fucking
targeting.
pardon.
Warp drive, of course.
For it, what do you
Fuck
think?
it. Get the warp drive.
What? What? What?
Welcome to frog. Welcome to the real game of frog fractions.
What?
Oh, I missed the present. I've never seen the presents before. I saw one earlier this round. And I'm like, did they add that for the Steam release?
What?
We're going to space.
The one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
And they even include some yeah, we're going to Bug Mars, the home planet of the bugs.
Oh, shit.
JKR, I do believe we have been had. This is your fault, you know.
My fault.
Join our streams, you said. It's a blast, you said.
I mean, technically, it's your fault for introducing him to me in the first place.
Don't drag me into this.
You don't damn well, it's your damn fault for it.
Let's go to Bug Mars.
Fuck it. Go to Bug
Time
Mars.
for a boss fight.
Oh my god.
All right, so we got we got to hit the little limbs with our tongue, and then hit the core. You are under arrest. Thank you for your cooperation. And now we're in court. Mr. Hop, the charges against you are severe. You're accused of breaking and entering into our native habitat, Bug Mars, with intent to purloin our delicious space fruit. How do you plead?
What?
So do we plead...
Yes, Your Honor.
Do we plead guilty?
Oh God, I'm surrounded by bugs. Has anyone ever told you you look delicious?
So which one do we plead?
JKR, you vote. I can't breathe.
Amphibious, Your Honor.
Huh, are you sure you don't want a lawyer? These charges carry a minimum sentence of 20 years hard labor, but there's a special offer this week. How'd you like to become a naturalized citizen of Bug Mars? Our options are, absolutely, I love it here on Bug Mars. I've never been to a buggier Mars. You drive a hard bargain, I'll take the labor. I don't know, what are the hours? How do you feel about bribes if you'll just reach into my front pocket and get them off, get the bugs off?
How do you feel about bribes?
You don't have a front pocket. I can see from here you aren't wearing pants. Here, all you need to do is pass a test on the history and culture of this fine planet. Shall we begin? Our bug flag has 4 bug stripes. What do they represent? Do they represent peristalsis, synecdoche, bugs, crushing our enemies and our powerful mandibles, protecting my precious space fruit from you goddamn commie space bugs, Your Honor, or, hate bugs, hate bugs!
Oh god. I
I can almost feel their bones breaking now. Next question. On the series Bug Jersey Shore, what is Bug Snooky's favorite flavor of ice cream? Vanilla, cookie dough, bug, trick question, ice cream is unheard of on Bug Mars because of the climate. I don't, really watch TV, Your Honor. Or, I think they're in my hair, I can feel them crawling around!
Her question.
I can't.
Well, I had to try, didn't I? 420 bugs ago, Bug-in-Chief Bug Thomas Jefferson wrote in the Declaration of Bugs that we are blessed with which inalienable right? The right to bugs, the right to own sentient space fruit as slaves, the right to refuse to testify against your hive mind in court, the right to parade around in the courtroom in only your knickers. How the hell should I know I'm a frog or, oh god, bugs everywhere.
How the hell should I know I'm a frog?
I was thinking the same
There
thing.
are correct answers to this.
Okay.
Involuntary chirping notwithstanding, yes. During the War of Bug 1812, General Stonewall Bug Jackson held off the nefarious Frog Armada single-handedly. How many mecha frogs did he crush under the wheels of his Mercedes Bugs? Enough to reach the ground? We don't know, they hadn't invented counting back then. 420, I swear they counted them twice, that's not just a pot joke. None, he didn't learn to drive stick until after his divorce. Or, they bite, oh, they bite, oh, they bite, oh, they bite, bite!
420.
I can't.
A shameful moment in our history. He regretted it for the rest of his life. Last question, Mr. Hop. How do you feel about fractions? I, was told there'd be no math on this exam. Oh man, I love them. They're an intuitive way to represent a non-integer value. I'm actually leaning slightly towards scientific notation these days. I don't know, I've never really dealt with them. Or, I think my chair is made of bugs. Am I made of bugs?
You realize I'm dead, right?
Yes. I think you're a huge Philistine and hope you die, but that is correct. I'm impressed, Mr. Hop. Yours is the first perfect score of our fake naturalization program has ever seen. We were going to fire you into the sun, but instead we've decided to issue you a work visa. If you'll just sign here. We've got yeah, F yeah, fist pump, YOLO, or bugs, bugs, bugs.
F yeah.
Alright. Time to sign our work visa. Bartholomew Salience. Date of birth, Bug 2012-605. Chitin donor. Address is 1245 Bug Street, Insectopolis 11101. Height 1.5 centimeters, weight 22 grams. Now, how am I gonna sign this?
What the fuck?
You tell me.
Remember when this was about math?
I think you might be right.
You know what? Excuse my lousy handwriting. I can't really draw well with a mouse.
You're fine.
Bug. Alright, time for Mars fractions.
What's the difference between regular fractions and Mars fractions?
Mars fractions are on Mars.
Is it? I mean, he's got you there, Arikado, or he's got you there, JKR. You know, is it weird that I'm worried how much weirder is it going to get?
To purchase Merv Tongue, insert a $20 bill into your CD-ROM drive.
God. Like, that's
All right.
really gonna work.
We can uninstall lock-on targeting. We don't have enough Zork mids to buy the PR department.
God damn it!
We can get we have to buy the PR department before we can buy the dance shoes.
I mean, of course, that makes perfect sense.
There's a voice modulator.
Ooh.
Bug drugs. Meteorology satellites, padlocks, and presidential swimming pool.
God.
Hello? What the fuck? You know what? I think I'm gonna uninstall the lock-on targeting. You know, it makes things a little too easy. I'm trying to play this with, like, WASD, but, you know, WASD, but, like, I don't know how to do that. Oh! I think he just zawardoed. Oh, we ran out of indignity, so we gotta try again.
We ran out of what?
Indignity, that meter up at the top.
Oh my god, how did I not notice that before?
Oh!
Dive. Dive.
Are you there, God? It's me.
Every game needs a water level.
By Portuguese printing press operator Andre Felipe. Boxing was a gentleman's game in which two men would square off and regale each other with stories monotonous for days on end.
Hello, narrator.
One of them fell to the ground from
Where'd you get in here?
Over the next few
No, he's just telling us the history of boxing.
following of a few hundred local socialites.
Sir, are you lost?
It was invented in the
Tyson game is on the
1650s
other-
by a Portuguese printing press operator and was originally about people boring each other to unconsciousness with anecdotes.
I was to say, are you lost? The Mike Tyson game is to the left.
It was Felipe's son, Andre Felipe, who developed what he called the punching strategy in 1637, after seeing a schoolboy strike another in anger, causing him to fall down. When Andre Felipe challenged the then
Hello, sir? Don't mind us.
Bishop to a match, Bishop was the odds-on favorite.
He looks familiar. I feel like we've seen him before.
While he was
He kind of looked like Carl from
Yeah, he does.
Aqua Teen.
thumped him in the neck.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, yeah.
In the parlor.
It doesn't matter. None of this matters.
So yeah, we're just learning the history of boxing in addition to math and typing. This game teaches you about just about everything, really.
I blame this on you for it.
I blame this on me.
Oh, and it also teaches you about space and politics.
While it was universally agreed that the boy had violated the spirit of the game, officials were unable to find any actual rule that punching violated, and were forced to let the victory stand. This upset caused an uproar in the boxing community large enough to spill over into local newspapers, which drew the interest of many outsiders to come see what all the fuss was about. The newcomers were enthralled to engage in these borderline barbaric displays of human strength and skill, and the rest is history. After a few spoiled sport school moms, single-minded about safety, added the padded gloves, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
You never thought you would learn so much about boxing, did you?
I can honestly say when I woke up this morning, that was not on today's agenda. But here we are.
Today's boxing enthusiasts fantasize about a newcomer that would rock the ring the way Felipe did. Calcification of the modern rule set has essentially locked the punching strategy into place, but it's easy to get caught up in the fantasy. Young scholars with big
I do
dreams
this.
often get of their crazy new usually a variant of hypnosis. And though they've achieved the occasional victory, none of the gimmicks have been robust enough to make it to the big time.
Are we learning? Oh, there's a
I don't know, are
cyborg walrus Carl Merman. Sorry,
He's
not
got a
cyborg,
Cylon
Cylon.
Yeah, he's a Cylon.
Hey, run away!
By your command.
I've never seen Battlestar Galactica.
Oddly, neither have I.
Either version of it.
I've seen about half of the original series. I have it on Blu-ray.
Vision of boxing is still around. Gentlemen's boxing clubs can be found in cities all over the world.
I just know that that's...
Almost any day of the week, and see two erudite gentlemen exchanging
My teeth so hard up your ass right now, you'll have to remove it with surgery guaranteed. But I'm not done yet. I want your truck to look really damaged. Watch this. I'll put a giant hole in your windshield with this hammer.
KKR, do you mind? I'm trying to learn boxing.
I'm gonna cut your brake lights. Why?
Oh, we found a crashed ship.
only to return to fight again another day.
Oh, God. Anyway... I forgot what I was going to...
And now it's a text adventure.
Oh, God damn it.
Is that it? The rumbling seems to have stopped, and you feel the intense downward pressure let up. After a moment, you calm down enough to start taking in your surroundings for the first time since the seemingly dormant vessel sprang to life. Command module. The walls of this circular room curve to meet at a point that must correspond to the curved nose of the outer hull. Lining the walls, you see a porthole, a glowing display, and a control deck. A ladder leads aft. If you don't know how to get started, type help and press enter. What next? Okay,
The walls of this circular room curve to meet at a point that must correspond to the curved nose of the outer hull. Lining the walls, you see a porthole, a glowing display, and
yeah,
a
that's
control
exactly what
deck. A ladder
I
leads
just
aft.
read. Let's see. What, use ladder? You'll have to be more specific as what you want to do with the ladder.
I was trying to do like a Stanley Parable.
Oh,
voice.
sorry.
How'd I do?
It's been a while since I played Stanley Parable, but pretty good. So I entered the ladder. Let's see.
This looks captain's quarters. This looks like an all-purpose living area. A sleeping pod sits next to a nightstand. A ladder leads to the floor. An oriental rug lies in the center of the aft wall. What next?
Move rug.
Moving the rug, you discover. God damn it! It's hard to do with the accent. I'm not gonna lie.
Moving the rug, you discover a recessed hatch below it. Your score has gone up by 2/5 of a point. What next?
Oh god, it's still fractions.
Yes, fractions are a running theme throughout Frog Fractions.
Okay.
Enter hatch. The hatch is
The
closed.
hatch is closed.
Open hatch.
You have to work it a bit, but after you give the wheel a few spins, the hatch pops open. Nearly every surface in this room is covered with a sticky pink goop, which seems to be thicker near a gray machine sitting in the corner. A hole in the wall exposes a nest of wires. There is a hatch leading back to the captain's quarters to the... I can't see because there's a ferret in the way.
To the 4.
Yes, that.
Let's see.
Even clear, I'm still in the way!
Let's see. Use machine.
Well, you continue. I'll let you continue because, yeah, I am blocking the way.
You'll have to be more specific as what you want to do with gray machine. Turn on machine. I've never been good at text adventures. This is
I've only
space.
ever
Machines
actually
aren't
beaten Zork.
on or off here. Machines just are. Get goop. The goop is stuck to the surfaces. What next?
Get good.
Activate. Machine. I don't understand that verb. Enter. Machine? That's not a place you can go.
Oh, you want to bet?
Help. All right,
Maybe
so we
turn
can look.
on machine.
So we can look, examine, inventory, get, turn, push, climb, open, read,
Enter phone booth.
pour orange juice into glass, put plate on placement, and finally, remember the adventure gamer's maxim: if it's possible to do, it must be good and wise.
Adventure game, like, text-wise like this, the only one I've ever beaten was Zork.
I'm pretty sure
Like
this
the
is supposed to
first
be a
Zork.
throwback to Zork.
Like, the original first Zork. Never played
machine
any, I mean, I've played the others, but I never got very far.
The machine consists of a spigot aimed at a flat platform. A handwritten sheet of paper has been hastily taped over the base of the platform. Get paper. You rip the note off, leaving a fluttering piece of electrical tape behind and revealing a control panel.
Are we still a frog?
Yes.
Okay. Just had
Okay,
to
we
make
got
sure.
the tape.
Check inventory.
You're holding an out-of-order note and the electrical tape. Look. Control panel. Most of the control panel is rendered unusable by the sticky pink goop. You see a row of what looks like radio preset buttons, all but 2 of which are stuck. There's also a big red lever. None of these are legibly labeled.
Oh, the lever!
I'll say, fuck.
Pull lever. The machine was dispensing mon speciality, a voice says. Pink goop streams out of the faucet, splashing against the flat platform and getting everywhere. A couple drops land in your mouth, and you recognize the flavor. Bacon milkshake. Atmospheric anomaly detected, a different voice says. A whirring sound ensues, and the bulk of the goop is sucked into invisible vents, leaving just enough goop floating around to be gross and annoying. Atmosphere purified, the voice says triumphantly. What next?
Oh, sweet Christ.
I believe I forgot something in the previous room. Let's go back to the captain's quarters.
Yes, of course.
Of course! Don't you know anything about science?
To the captain's quarters!
Alright.
Uh-huh. I'll be RV again, guys. Sorry.
And this? Are you insane?
Let's see what's in the sleeping pod. The sleeping pod looks like a bed with a lid, but you have to assume it's got some sort of suspended animation functionality. I mean, right? There's a hole on top next to a gauge reading empty.
Uh-oh. Get in, pod.
Look, nightstand. The nightstand offers a single drawer, which is closed. Ah! Open. Drawer. You open the drawer, revealing a thick manual.
I guess technically the original Space Quest and King's Quest?
Those
Would
had
count?
graphics.
Right,
But they
had
did
graphics.
have you type, but they had you type in the commands like this.
Right. So I guess those would technically count as text-based?
Yeah, those would count. They were graphic text adventures.
Yeah, I played the shit out of the Space Quest games. I want to make a movie based on the Space Quest games, but I don't know how to do it. I mean, obviously write script, make movie, but still.
Yeah. Look, display. A glowing green display shows a map of the galaxy with a destination you don't recognize marked, and an ETA of about 3,000 years. Looking closer, you see 2 on-screen buttons labeled Route Details and New Destination.
Ooh, we were a frog eating bugs, learning math, riding back and forth on a turtle.
The control deck
That
consists
turned
of an array of switches and a pair of joysticks. Let's hope you never need to override the ship's autopilot, because these are definitely not frog joysticks.
Frog joysticks, oh dear God.
Let's look
That
at
is
the
just
porthole.
disturbing.
I
Through
have
the porthole.
several questions.
Through the porthole, you can see a background of stars shifting as the ship gently spins. The constellations are all unfamiliar to you. Let's see. The screen spills forth a slew of steps such as spiral spinward at Spathy system, far faster than you can fathom. Press new destination button. The nav computer dumps you into an interface so abstruse, that's a word. That's a perfectly cromulent word. Before you even... Actually, no, that is a word. Before you even consciously process what is happening, you've hit the back button and are at the main map again. Let's see, let's look at the pod again. Enter pod. You can't safely sleep until you're confident you'll return to Bugmars by the end of the trip. Okay. That clears it up.
Very
Does
much not.
And let's look at the spigot, because they mention a spigot here. The machine consists of a spigot aimed at a flat platform, and control panel sits below with what looks like 2 usable preset buttons and a big red lever. We've pulled the lever. Oh yeah, there's some wires. Peering into the exposed machinery, you see what looks like an empty coffee can that you're guessing doesn't belong there. Get can.
Wanna fucking
You twist the can and it eventually comes loose, but you've ripped the insulation off of an adjacent wire in the process, and it begins sparking as it comes in contact with an adjacent strut. You glance down at what you've taken. Huh, it really is a coffee can.
So fucking stupid.
Let's use the tape on the wires. You wrap the tape around the bare wire, insulating it. Your score has gone up by 1 2/3 points. What next? I think I remember what I have to do. Use can on spigot. You place the can below the spigot. Pull lever. Dispensing non-specialty, the machine says. A thick stream of pink goop streams out. It mostly gets everywhere, but the coffee can does end up filled. You grab the can. Atmospheric anomaly detected. The vents do their ineffectual thing. Atmosphere purified. What next?
Why do we even have that lever?
Read manual. It's a manual for the navigation computer and the command module. After leafing through it, you feel confident you understand how to use the interface well enough to set up a route back to Bugmars. Your score has gone up by 2 1/8 points.
Fuck Bugmars. Let's go to Bug Jupiter.
How about Bug Pluto?
Let's see, we're back here.
Silly
Press.
JKR. Pluto's not a planet.
It was
It's
once.
a dwarf planet.
Can be again.
It's a dwarf planet, which implies that dwarves are not real things.
Why?
I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm saying that's what the scientific community's telling us.
Oh,
Jesus.
you heard it here, folks. I didn't say shit.
I disagree with the scientific consensus on that because I find that very offensive.
I mean, but you're not a dwarf.
Speaking as someone who
Yes,
is
but I've known
5'9"
dwarves.
Speaking as someone who is 5'8" and feels short almost every single day he's around people.
Yeah. Tell me how the grass tastes, little man.
Let's see. You deftly plot a course back to Bugmars. The engines roar and you feel G-forces shift. The ETA reads 57 3/5 years. Huh. You run a diagnostic and determine that the vast majority of the time is going to be spent going through bug customs. Luckily, you can sleep through most of it.
Damn it!
Your score has gone up by 3 1/3 points. What next? One ladder.
God,
And then
God.
This is riveting.
Use goop on pod. You bring the
Go to
can
your
close
room.
to the hole, and the hole sucks the pink goop right in. The nearby gauge fills up. Your score has gone up by 9/2 of a point.
That's a lot of points then.
What next? Enter pod. You lie down in the sleeping pod, close the lid, and drift off. Secure in 57 and something years, you'll return to Bugmars, a wealthy frog. When you wake up, you're clearly not in your sleep pod. You blearily glance around to get your bearings, and you appear to have been sleeping on a heart-shaped bed covered with roses. A voice comes from the next room. Awake already? A wispy human figure in a bathrobe and crown walks in. She bends over and kisses you on the nose. Suddenly, you feel your body shifting. Yay! She laughs and claps, and you realize that you've been transmogrified into a human form.
What the fuck?
Now it's time for human fractions. Since we're not frog anymore, our tongue doesn't go far enough.
Damn it.
You awake with a start. What a horrible dream! You call your friend Draggy the Flying Dragon just to talk to someone. Yeah, no, Draggy says. I just had the worst nightmare, you explained the situation. I'm not sure that a support group for human bug eaters is really going to get much of a following, Draggy ponders. Maybe if we drummed up a little publicity first? I know, just the PR agency. 5 minutes later, Draggy shows up at your door, dressed to the nines. He tosses a frog tuxedo at you. Put this on, babe, we're running for president.
The human part killed me.
All right, now it's time to run for president of Bugmars. Candidate Hop, what say you to the allegations that you are not a natural-born citizen, that you're under 35, and that you're a frog? Answer, DDR.
What? Help! Help! They're holding me hostage, people! This is not a drill!
I've never been good at DDR. Help!
I am here against my will! Send help to what? Send help to 1, 2, 3, help!
I mean, come on, Ferd, you asked for this.
I did.
You wanted to be on this shit.
Any DDR experts want to try and beat this on a dance pad? Feel free.
I mean, I could probably break this out.
I don't know if it supports dance pads, but I'm sure you could, like, jury rig a way for that to work.
Right.
Yeah.
I was a whiz back in my prime.
Oh man, the constituency loves an underdog. You're a shoo-in for president, says the cake. And now I'm president of Bugmars.
Oh God. Betsy Bluebonnet.
Sir Clarence Gastropod. Ferdinand Croker.
Uh-huh.
Flaps McQueen.
Uh-huh.
Morag Hieli. And introducing Draggy Ceiling Eater as himself. Created by Twinbeard. The game's not over, by the way. There's an epilogue. Numerators and denominators.
Here's your bug coffee, Mr. President. Heavy on the cream.
I just had the weirdest dream, guys. There were bugs, and we were eating them, and there was fractions, and then we ran for president.
All right, so now we're running the bug economy. Weather report, hot and dry. Bug assets, 2 million Zorkmids. Cost to produce bug porn, 10,000 Zorkmids per megabyte. How many megabytes of bug porn do you wish to make? Did you say 100? Because we can do 100.
Three?
Don't worry, this interface is temporary. Bug software engineers are hard at work on Bug Excel 98. How many pop-up banner ads, 15,000 Zorkmids each, do you want to purchase?
9,000.
Unfortunately, you only have 1 million Zorkmids, and that would require 135 million.
How about 66?
What price do you wish to charge for a megabyte of bug porn?
$1.
That'll really screw up the economy.
No, it'll make the economy better. Do you have any idea how many people would buy cheap porn? Good God, man! Think with your brain!
Day 1 results. Superb performances made today's bug porn too hot. The warehouse burned down. You made 100 megabytes of bug porn at $10,000 a megabyte. You sold 0 megabytes.
I told you for it.
Look, you depended upon a fucking Pokemon to come up with the economy. What were you
Okay, so
thinking?
the economy is left with 10,000 Zorkmids for the entire planet. How many Zorkmids do you want to order the Bug Federal Reserve to print?
The flag randomly waving in the background is actually starting to annoy me.
9,000.
Only 9,000?
It's over 9,000!
No, 9,001. Then it'll be over 9,000.
Yes.
How many Zorkmid, that confident, huh? Yes. Alright. We can add the lock-on targeting again. Automation is what separates us from the apes, if you think about it. Bug drugs. Drugging the water supply will pacify delinquent bugs, keeping them off the streets and out of trouble, and not coincidentally staying home and watching bug porn.
We're gonna run bug bars into the ground.
We can also get the meteorology satellites at some point. Padlocks. And the
It was a mighty fine
swimming pool.
economy we had there once.
Yeah, we can't afford anything right now except for the lock-on targeting, so I'll get that. Bug weather. Thunderstorms. Weather report. Thunderstorms. How much bug porn do we want to produce? Okay, so we can only afford to produce 1 megabyte at this rate.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I don't want to produce any bug porn. Unless driders are involved. Are they driders?
Capitalism tip. Be sure to charge more for your product than it costs to produce.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Relax. Just be yourself.
The in-house bug porn musician decided to make bug hair metal today. Nobody's quite sure of what to make of it. Bugs marveled at your low prices and kept coming to your door long after you ran out of bug porn. You made 1 megabyte of bug porn at 10,000 a megabyte. You sold 1 megabyte of bug porn at 15,000 a megabyte. So we made 5,000. How many Zorkmids do you want to order the Bug Federal Reserve to print? I am going to go with 2 million. I guess we'll let your successor worry about the inflation problems. Exactly!
God damn it.
Spoken like a true. I'm not even gonna finish that sentence.
Alright, we can uninstall the lock. We can uninstall the lock-on targeting and which says manual targeting is more fuel efficient and faster. But we can also buy the bug drugs, which will, as previously mentioned, keep people at home and watching bug porn, which means they will buy more bug porn. See, now we're learning about economics.
Playing a nice, friendly education game about frogs and eating bugs and fractions.
I mean, it's still an education game. It still involves math of some sort. We are playing as a frog, and bugs are getting eaten, but in a different way.
But like our main goal was we were going to get a turtle and catch all the fruit.
Yeah, we've come so far since then, haven't we?
It's been an hour. It's been an hour. I don't know what my brain was thinking. What this? You were in on this, weren't you, JKR?
No, he was not aware of what this is going to be. He's never seen this.
I had no idea. Absolutely none.
It's my inability to distinguish you from the prey.
Yes, Mom?
The in-house bug porn musician decided to make a bug avant-garde today. No one's quite sure what to make of it. Bugs marveled at your low prices and kept coming to your door long after you ran out of porn. You made 2 megabytes of bug porn at $12,000 a megabyte. You sold 2 megabytes of bug porn at $30,000 a megabyte. So we made $36,000. How many Zork mids do we want?
I think it's safe to say this is not a kid's game.
It's definitely not a kid's game.
We still have the flag appearing every now and then to remind us of our nationality.
Oh no. Hey Chuck,
Mars.
You came in at the worst. You came in.
Hey Chuck, you showed up to see us running an economic simulator in Frog Fractions, where we are now the president of Mars and are in charge of producing bug porn for the populace. You missed out on so much in the
was spoken.
You missed out on surprisingly a lot in just the past hour.
I may or may not be mentally unstable now.
Well, you were always mentally unstable for it.
Let's print 5 million Zork mids. All right. Let's get the I mean, we could. No, we can't get the presidential swimming pool yet because we need the prerequisites for it. Urge to kill rising. Riveting. Yes. Let's see. Are we
riveting?
That's my
Yes, riveting. Anyways, are we going to buy the meteorology satellite or the padlocks?
Satellite.
Okay, satellite it is. It also looks kind of like a TIE fighter. Alright. Due to inflation, bug porn now costs 12,000 Zork mids per megabyte to produce. But we have plenty of money left over, so let's produce 50 megabytes of bug porn. How many pop-up banner ads do we want to purchase? Let's go with 10. What price do we want to charge for a megabyte of bug porn?
I am gonna Hatsune Miku the hell out of you both in Fortnite.
Let's go with 160,000. No, that's per megabyte. Let's go 15,000. Just make a modest profit.
Thanks, but I'm into ladybugs.
You're trying to hit me for it, you're missing horribly.
The bug porn sensors are working today. There will be no bug porn available at Bug Retail. The bug porn sensors bought all your bug porn at lunchtime. You sent my schedules for the next 3 weeks so I can schedule a good day for Earthfall Marathon Part 1. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. You made 50 megabytes of bug porn at 12,000 12,000 per megabyte. You sold 50 megabytes of bug porn at 15,000 a megabyte. We made $0.
What the shit was that?
That was an annihilate me command where it throws 50 objects at me at once.
That's a thing? Hold on.
Yes.
It's all the way
It's
at the bottom.
5,000 points.
Oh, fuck me.
No,
I'm
I'd
not
rather
into
not. I don't think the bugs would be accepting of mammals. Look, they got their first amphibian president. That's already seen as a massive accomplishment for bug civil rights.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I deserve that for this entire stream.
That is very fair.
How many Zorkmids do you want the Bug Federal Reserve to print? Let's go with another 5 mil. So, let's get the padlocks. Adding padlocks to bug porn storage warehouses should cut down on shrinkage considerably.
I'm done throwing things at you.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Okay, I'll hydrate.
I think we all need to hydrate. AKR, hydrate.
I have no water with me. I have no liquid.
That sounds like a you problem.
Yes, it is a me problem.
You've got
That's
liquid.
fucking lazy,
70% of your body. 70% of your body is water.
Mexican
Yeah, but I can't
soda.
drink myself, can I?
Not with that attitude, you can't.
You've never drank yourself? That's fucking weird.
You're the fucking weird ones.
How many pop-up banners does it take to screw in a light bulb?
I don't know.
No one does, because they keep doing add-ons.
All right.
I came up with that on the top of my head.
You know what? I've had this coffee here the whole time. I haven't had any of it. I've been drinking an energy drink instead because I need to have my brain focusing at full power for all this education.
I'm having a Barlettos.
Impressive wingspan.
It's a new Mexican drink that we just got in a couple weeks ago at work, and they gave us like whole cases of it because the shit ain't selling.
Superb performance has made today's bug porn too hot. The warehouse burned down.
Oh,
So
no.
it's 0 megabytes. So we lost 750,000 Zorkmids. Let's print another mill.
What the fuck?
And do we uninstall the lock-on targeting again? Or do we buy the presidential swimming pool?
Go for the swimming pool.
When you're done taking a break here, we need to get back to work, huh?
Your secretary is a chair.
Yep. Also, the turtle's back.
Yay, I missed you, my little turtle friend. You're probably the only sane thing about this entire game.
But what lies under the water?
Oh, God, no. Oh. Oh.
And that's the end of the game.
Oh, my God. What? I don't.
No, wait. We get a little. We get a little montage of stuff during the credits.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what I expected. Oh, what is this? Oh, good, bug porn.
I mean, we were producing the planet's supply of bug porn.
And here I was worried that this was gonna be a G-rated game.
You're skipping out on Studio Series Devastator. You saw the backpack, and that was the last straw. There's so many weird things that bug me about the individual figures that the backpack was just it for you. Fair enough. I haven't really looked into the Studio Series Devastator yet, because I already don't really collect combiners outside of back when Combiner Wars was a thing, where it was like the whole thing was combiners.
Yeah, you bugs, fuck that celery.
But yeah, that was Frog Fractions. I hope everyone learned a lot about math, and especially fractions.
I feel like I learned more about boxing.
I mean, this game has everything. It's got boxing. It's got, like, the boxing history means it's got some history education to it. We had a text adventure, which teaches you, problem-solving skills. We had the typing tutor segment. We had an economy manager, which teaches you about basic economics in a capitalist system. We had the citizenship test, which teaches you about basically what I'm trying to say is, like, Frog Fractions, despite its title, educates you on a lot of subjects, not just fractions.
Hey, Furret, what'd you do this weekend? Oh, nothing. Hung out with some friends, played a game about a frog learning fractions that somehow turned into a political thing where we were arrested by bugs on Mars, forced to take a citizenship test, went into some kind of
No. We testified in court, and then we took the citizenship test.
Right. Testified in court that we were, in fact, not going to eat the bugs, which was a lie because we turned around and started eating bugs again. All the while swimming around on a giant dragon, which somehow led us to finding a spaceship, which took us to a text adventure style game in memory of Beard number 2. Feel ya, dog. And then, just kind of somehow led to us becoming president of the bug planet, where we produced bug porn all night.
You forgot about the dream sequence where we were turned into a human by being kissed by a princess. Congratulations, you finished Frog Fractions and are a certified Frog Fractioneer. Are you ready for the ultimate Frog Fractions experience? Buy the Hops Iconic Cap DLC and experience a day in the life of a frog wearing a hat. It'll feel as though you're playing an entirely different Frog Fractions game.
Oh, fuck! No!
What if I told you that not only is there a sequel in this DLC, before this game came to Steam, they did a Kickstarter to make a Frog Fractions 2. But as part of the Kickstarter that was laid out, like in the pitch, they wouldn't call it Frog Fractions 2, and they wouldn't release it under their company name that everyone already knew. So part of the game would be trying to figure out which game that was added to Steam at some point in the future was Frog Fractions 2.
It's the most diabolical fucking thing I've ever heard.
And it ended up being a real thing. It was released as Glittermitten Grove, but it is a hidden game within Glittermitten Grove.
That's fucking brilliant. I can't be mad at them for that.
So here we got the sound test.
No. Are we going to ignore the fact that there is a Goldblum option?
Goldblum, where?
Under voices.
Oh, there it is. Let me stop the music. How do I stop the music? I don't think I can.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's playing right now. It's the Goldblum voices. It's that mumbling you hear in the background.
Oh. I mean, that sounds like, That sounds like Goldblum.
This is stupendously stupid and ingenious, and it's free on Steam. The only paid part is the Hop's Iconic Hat DLC, which not only gives Hop a hat, but it also unlocks a second story campaign that takes place in between Frog Fractions 1 and 2. And I cannot show that off because I do not have $15 to spend on the DLC. At least not until I get my Twitch payout. So yeah, what did everyone think of Frog Fractions? Guys?
I think my brain is dead.
And to think, this was only an hour and 20 minutes.
No. That wasn't enough. That wasn't enough, JKR.
What?
Oh, that. You take that. All right. You take one of these. Okay. All right. Good. All right. One of these.
You weren't here long enough to have any strong feelings. Don't worry, the VOD will be up soon.
And
yeah.
I can't.
We've unlocked a chapter. We've unlocked a chapter select.
I just can't, man. Like, I got nothing. I don't.
And after all that, I only have 4 out of the 30 achievements.
Oh my god.
And all of the achievements are hidden on Steam, so you can't just look at what you need to do.
This is impressive, disturbing, and makes me uncomfortable. This is impressive, disturbing, and makes me uncomfortable.
By the way, if you want to find this on Steam, it's available as Frog Fractions Game of the Decade Edition.
Oh, it's game of the something, that's for sure.
And again, it's completely free. So there's no financial risk involved unless you pay for the DLC. There's also a soundtrack DLC, which is $5. Sorry, the hat is not $15, it's $10. But yeah, I can't remember how I discovered Frog Fractions. I believe it was my cousin that showed it to me.
Which one?
Miss Palindrome. I believe it was her.
I had a feeling it was her.
She was really good at finding all these weird things. So that's Oh, I forgot to guess out of the void. Void. There we go.
Oh.
That was Frog Fractions. Don't really have anything else to for us to do tonight, so we'll wrap things up a little bit early and send a raid over to someone from the Eldenwood team. See if Merchan's still alive, because I think you guys would like her stuff. Yes, she is. Merchan is still alive. She is a Twitch DJ VTuber who is currently doing a stream of a variety of synth, darkwave, EDM, and future pop music, while she has her avatar dancing along to the music.
Incidentally, your thingy with the redeems, it's lying. It says I have 6,000 brain cells left. I think I lost all of them tonight.
I've got about 1,300. I've got about 1,300 brain cells left.
Yeah, that means that Furret has more brain cells than you.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
It took you a minute, but then again, it's Furret. He don't got no brain cells.
When you said 13, I was thinking like 13,000.
I said 1,300.
Yeah, he thought he registered it as 1,300, as 13,000. So yeah, we are going to raid Merchen. And everyone, I hope, is going to give her a warm welcome and vibe along to the music as she dances. She also has a really pretty model. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you to Furret and JKR for, I would say, joining me for this, but more allowing me to subject them to this.
Oh, you owe us. You won't know when. You won't know how. But you owe us.
I'll see you guys tomorrow night with Ninja Gaiden Black. And until then, unpleasant dreams.
Well, we're the boys of Chorus. We help you like a show. We know you were in the forest, but now we have to go.
Arikado, please fuck off.
Good night, everybody.